New Year's coming up pretty fast, I would say. So, new year, new me. More like New Year, same me. Sound familiar? Well, today I got the solution to your New Year's resolution. Now, with the new year approaching, we have the old saying going, New Year, new me. This is the year I'm going to change my life around, start off with a bang, and actually do something that I wanted. Good intentions, but this is the reality. Doesn't work that way. All right, starting with the first thing is why do we fail? And a lot of times we set our bar way too high, higher than we can actually pull. And what happens is, we set something unrealistic. I'm gonna start a brand new business today. I'm gonna totally change my life. Gonna start from scratch. Good intentions, but realistically, we're unprepared for it. That's the problem. We say things, we have these big goals, big ambitions, but we're not prepared because, every little big thing is made out of little things. You have to take the big picture and break it up into little pictures. As annoying as it is, you can't just, you start a house, you plunk it down, it's done. You have to build a foundation and then it's built out of bricks. Little bits that build up the whole picture, build up the house. Then there's furnishing, then there's living, and then there's people living inside it. So you can't just, put it down like that. It'll just crumble. It's unrealistic. So you got to build up to it. So guys, my solution is do not wait for the last day. Don't wait for the last day of the year, because what happens is that's when we have parties, we gather around, we eat all this food. And then, all right, after I finish that, tomorrow I'm starting off fresh. But you see, you kind of shot yourself in the knee. What happens is if you drank a lot, you're going to have a hangover starting on January the 1st. First day of the year, you already started bad. You have a headache or, a hangover. Or you overate, and most importantly, you haven't planned it out. So you have this really great plan that you want to put into practice. But you don't practice it. That's the thing. You're going to start it. First day, you had no practice, no prior trials and errors before it happens. So you're going, yes, first day. Okay, let's say first day, someone got successful. Most people, they try, they failed, they didn't plan it. You go to first day, the second day, the third day, it's all going well. Something happens, you weren't prepared for it, and you failed. And what happens is, instead of doing a good thing of just continuing on for the rest of the year, you feel like you're already screwed up. You have this perfection model where first day I started, I'm going to go through the whole year. If I already screwed up on the third day, like that ruins the whole, I'm going to do it for a whole year. And that really discourages people. And a lot of reason that's why it fails. And then we make excuses and it goes downhill, downhill. And then bam, we either end up here or we just give up completely until next year. All right, this year will be the final year. But the reality is new year, old me. So what I say is, instead of waiting for the last day, guys, start today, start weeks ahead. Actually make a plan, sit down and critically think about it. Instead of saying, hey, to lose weight, I'm going to run every single day at this time. But don't start on that. They actually try it out. Let's see, how long can you run? Can you run 1 mile? Can you run 2? Test it out. Test it out for that, first week before. Now, if you try it ahead of time, you see you're doing a trial and error before the actual thing. So if you do screw up within that week, you haven't screwed up your New Year's resolution because the new year hasn't started yet. So you can go back and see what you messed up on. And that way you can, do trial and error, like I said. Test things out. If you're testing out a new eating habit, you're giving up something. Like, instead of sugar, you're switching to honey or stevia or something else, or completely ditching honey. Or if you drink soda, you're going to fruit juice, then water or tea and something else. You make little substitutes. So you see what you can do, you start easy, make these little easy steps. And then give it a test run. Don't wait for the last year because that's how you get screwed up. Personally, that's what happened to me a lot of times. So, that's probably my best solution for New Year's resolution if you want to be successful. Start now, test it out, even take a few days, plan it out. So when the new year comes, you're ready to go. You're ready to test it out. You probably see what works. You just keep going. And like I said before in the old video, when you do something for a long time, it's harder to stop or go off track because you've been at it so long. like I said in school, if you have a perfect attendance, so to say, like you go every single day, that's all you do. And then you've been going for like, let's say 6 or 8 months, pretty much the whole year, and then one day you just want to skip school. And that kind of kills your perfect attendance, you know? You're like, just for one day, is it worth it? All the days I've went, and that's kind of going to prevent you from going if you stick long enough with it. So if you stick to your goal, your plan, after a few months, it's going to come ingrained into your head. So you're going to keep going and it'll be harder to step off. Rather than you already screwed up in the beginning, then it's harder to get back onto it. Back onto the horse, as they say. So the other main tip is don't make the goals way too big. You know, do something manageable, something you can actually do. So what I like to do is make small, better lifestyle choices. So if you have something, either find an alternative. So this year I'm just gonna give up one little thing. Something to make yourself better. Or, you know, I'm gonna spend 5 extra minutes every day reading a book. Doesn't matter, look, don't make it, you know, too long. Oh, it's only 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes. No more, no less. If you want, you can read more, but that's it. Once that timer rings, you set a timer, 5 minutes, you don't have to read anymore. Because what that does is, when you say, I have to read it for an hour, I have to read a whole book, it's too massive, you don't break it up, and then you can't start on it. When you do a little bit, then you'll be a lot more successful. So that's pretty much the thing. So guys, happy upcoming new year, and hopefully you can make some better choices this year and become a lot more successful in our endeavors. So take care, guys, and happy new year. God bless.